Hello guys, and welcome back to the Way of Saints. So today we'll be talking about Saint Sebastian, who is the patron saint of all warriors and persecuted Christians.
So we don't know much about Saint Sebastian's youth, but we do know that he may have been born in southern France and that he had studied in Milan. He had joined the Roman army in the year 283 AD, and it is said that he had had a special connection with the Christians that had been persecuted during the Romans. He had then been promoted to a royal guard for the Emperor Diocletian.
While working as a royal guard for the emperor, a pair of twin brothers were in his custody.
Sorry.
Do you know what they were called?
Yeah, and they called Marcus and Massilian.
Yes, you are right. And do you know why they were put in prison for?
They were put in prison because they refused to offer sacrifices to the Roman gods. So next what happened was their parents were called in, and their parents had asked the twin brothers, Marcus and Massilian, to denounce their faith.
Right. Yes, so that they might live to see another day. But Saint Sebastian came in and said, keep faith and God will do the rest.
And didn't he then convert their parents to Christianity?
Yes.
Yep. So Emperor Diocletian was already infamous for the amount of deaths that he had done by persecuting the Christians. And once he had found out that Saint Sebastian was Christian, he had scolded him and commanded him to die. He had ordered him to be killed by having him tied to a stake on a training field and to be used as target practice. Once the archers had believed him to be dead, they had left his body for retrieval and burial. He was discovered by Irene of Rome, who had then nursed him back to health and had hid him.
Once he had regained health, he went back to the royal palace to find Diocletian and criticized him loudly and publicly on how he had persecuted Christians for no reason at all. Diocletian was obviously very angry and surprised by that fact that Saint Sebastian was alive.
I think he would have been more surprised than angry. The fact that he had ordered Saint Sebastian to die, and out of nowhere he just came.
Yeah, and then he just he probably thinks he's a zombie or something, right?
Yeah, okay, so carry on.
Yeah, anyway, so this time he wanted Saint Sebastian to die properly and forever. So he was beaten to death by clubs and his body was put into the sewers left to rot. But a devout woman by the name of Luciana, right?
Isn't it Lucina? Lucina is the original one.
No, it's Luciana.
It's Lucina.
Lucina. Okay,
yeah, Lucina.
got it. Lucina. And she gave him the proper burial in the catacombs, which was like graves underneath Rome.
Nearly 80 years later, in the year 367 AD, his remains were found and was moved to a basilica in Rome, which was built by Pope Damascus I. Some of his relics from his body was not there, as they were removed by the French monks and they were sent to France. So Nathan, what do you think we should take from Saint Sebastian's life and apply to ours?
Well, what I think is that how about we should always follow what God says for us, because He always knows what's best for us.
Yeah, I would say that too.
And He will always stay with us no matter what, and He'll always be on our path.
Yeah. So I don't think we've said this in the video so far, but Saint Sebastian is also known as the patron of plagues. So back in the days, people would pray to Saint Sebastian during the time of plagues. So right now we don't have a plague, but we have a pandemic, which is obviously, as we all know, COVID-19. So we're going to ask Saint Sebastian to pray for us and to pray for the whole world. And so Saint Sebastian,
pray for us.
So thank you for supporting us so far. As you can probably see by now, we've reached 100+ subscribers. So we want to thank each and every one of you for watching our videos, for sharing them, for liking, for commenting. And once again, you know the drill. If you like this video, like it, share it to your friends, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe as well.
And we would be grateful if you like to put the name of saints that you would like us to do in the comments down below.